Hi everybody, it's on from farfaraway.org. Thought I'd show you some of the fortifications I've been making for Flames of War. Peter and I are playing an Infantry Aces campaign at the moment, and I'm using a Hocken Deutschmeister army from the Casino book, and they're allowed field fortifications. So I decided as we move from 500 points to 700 points I'd add a few fortifications just to try something else. So here we can see some barbed wire, as well as some HMG nests, and then finally some turrets, and there's a couple of turret bases as well. So these are fairly easy to make. So take a look at one of these. This is styrene, so it's 2mm thick styrene, which is very easy to cut. You just score along the edge with a ruler and then a sharp blade, and then you just snap it. Onto that I just stuck down some bits of balsa wood with a bit of super glue, put some grit on it, a water mucky paint job down onto that, stuck down some flock, and then put down these barbs. So this is just standard kind of mesh filler that you'd use if you're repairing bodywork on a car. Cut it off into little strips and then wrap it around, in this instance a paintbrush, to get that barbed wire look. So I've made 6 sections of that. The bomb craters are just using a little bit of modelling putty, and then just shaping it into that, making sure it's stuck down. So I do score these bases before I glue the grit on, just to ensure that it has a little bit of extra purchase. But even still, it's kind of air drying modelling clay DAS is the one I use to make that shape, and then I just super glue it down to make sure it sticks. That's also one of the main components of these HMG nests. So you can't quite see inside it there, but I used a small bit of balsa wood just to the shape of the slit, so a couple of bits along the side here, and a bit to go across the top, and then just DAS to give it the shape, gritted it, watery paint job, and then again lots of flock stuck over it. That'll do the job. So just for scale, you gotta get a sense of the scale difference there. So a well dug in little nest. These bases then were made with some styrene, so you can kind of almost see the line of it there, but there's a 2mm thick bit of styrene running along here and also at the back, and I used them as guides then and filled in between with some watered DAS modelling clay. I then used a pen that I kind of disassembled to make that indentation there, and used a knife then to pop out the bit of clay that was in the middle. That then gave you the rough shape, and I coated the whole thing with watered down polyfiller mixed with PVA, and I also mixed in a bit of grey paint at that stage. It actually did most of the colouring of it. Again, a bit of grit along the edge and then some flock. I did a couple of different shapes, so you can see it works fairly well as a turret. Now this is Panzer 4H turret on the top. I think it should be a Panzer 3 turret, but these are the ones I had to hand. So yeah, worked out fairly well. So this should give Peter some interesting worries when he tries to face my army. Alright, thanks for watching.